TV Live, we are following new developments in the case of the hip-hop mogul who is facing RICO charges in New York. Sean P. Diddy Combs. Court TV has just confirmed that the family of Tupac Shakur is investigating a potential link between the murder of Tupac and Sean Diddy Combs. This coming from attorney Alex Spiro, who represents Tupac's family. Now, this investigation had been previously reported by unnamed sources, but earlier today, Spiro confirmed to our Court TV team that he and a team of investigators has been hired.
Sean Combs allegedly had business dealings with Dwayne "Keefe D. Davis, who will go on trial next March for the murder of Tupac. This was back in 1996. Some have speculated that Diddy ordered Tupac's death. That, of course, is just a theory at this point, and we are monitoring the developments in both the Tupac murder trial and the federal indictment of Sean Diddy Combs. So a lot of information to come on that one.
In the case that continues to roll on, let's bring in National Trial Attorney Michael Jafer just to talk about this new news of an investigative team that is been hired by Tupac's family. We don't have more details about what they found so far and exactly what avenues they are taking to do that, but what does that say to you? What do you think is happening, and how serious is this when someone hires an investigative team in a murder trial that's being handled by authorities, but this is a private entity requesting this?
Julia, I always say, landslides don't happen slowly, right? You'll be standing on the side of a mountain admiring its beauty and glamour, and then 1 second later, you're buried in mud, right? This does not shock me. This does not surprise me. I can promise you this is not the last thing that we find out about people investigating Diddy and what he's done. This is not the first. We know of an attorney now who represents hundreds of families who are suing him for, alleged, freak-offs and sexual misconduct. So what this tells me is that it's just a piling on. Pretty much people knew for decades what we're going to start finding out things that people have speculated on for decades, and they're just going to pile on, because at the end of the day, how's he going to defend himself at this point? He's got a ton of money, he's got a ton of attorneys, but even if you have unlimited money and unlimited resources, if you are sued, by 100 different people, 100 different times, 100 different theories, at the end of the day, you as a professional defendant operating from a jail cell, you cannot overcome that. You just can't do it. And people know that they can pile on. People who probably wanted to go after this guy just feared going after him because they feared the retribution. They feared that, they walk into an attorney's office, hey, I have this theory against Diddy. And the attorney would tell them, okay, do you have $1 million to pay me for me to waste my time, waste your money and go after him? No, I don't. Can you do it on contingency? No, I won't do it on contingency, because if I do it on contingency, he's going to spend millions of dollars to crush us, right? So that's exactly why these theories have been rebuffed. Right now, people now have, any attorney will jump up and say, yeah, I'll represent you. I'll sue Diddy. I'll be on the headlines. I'll sue Diddy for you tomorrow, right? Yeah, I'll do it on contingency. At the end of the day, that's what's happening. You're going to see many, many more instances of people coming up with theories against Diddy. With respect to this specific one, as a kid growing up, I loved Tupac, and there was, when we were in high school and Tupac died, everybody said, hey, Diddy did it, right? And it was kind of like, back then it was Puff Daddy, right? So a lot of people say that. I don't know if what the quality of this type of theory is, but hey, I'm going to be interested. I'm going to be glued to the TV to see what happened. The connection between Diddy and Keefe D. Let's see. But at the end of the day, that's what's happening. It's a piling on.
Yeah, I mean, back in July, I think there was a report that Sean Diddy Combs had said, any kind of connection here, this theory is absolutely ridiculous, absolutely false. So we'll have to see what comes of this. But I believe we have some sound we can play, Michael, and then we're going to get your reaction to it on the other side.
So it's Pharrell, you, Puffy, Zip, and a bunch of Southsiders. And what Puffy makes kind of an announcement?
Yeah, that was stupid as hell too,
What did you actually hear? What was the words? The best you can remember what he says.
He said he'd give us anything for them dudes,
Give us 5 names of people who would say, yeah, we heard Puffy say that.
You don't have to come from, they don't.
Al, Corey, Wynn, Dirt Rock, all of them was tell you.
Now, this was before the arrest of Diddy, Michael, but what do you take from that? I mean, it's just everything, as you just mentioned, it just keeps piling on.
Yeah, with this specific one, I'm very familiar with this exact case with this person. What you heard here was not credible, right? Even if it's true, it's just not credible. It's too old, it's too stale, it's not credible. What happens in that life is people will talk and talk, and this Keefe D has proven himself to be the type of person who wants attention and talks a lot. And how do you get attention? The way you bring attention, if you're this type of a person, is you bring up the names of people who are much bigger than you. They say you punch up, you don't punch down. He's not going to get attention if he says, hey, my friend here, my neighbor was the person who was behind, him, and these are the 5 people that helped me kill Diddy. No, to kill Tupac. No, they'll say Diddy did it, all these other people. So at the end of the day, it's just not credible. I don't think this is going to go anywhere. People have hunted down the cause of the death of Tupac, and now they've focused on this Keefe D guy, but I don't think other people are going to be brought into it. I just think it's bunk.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as it broke into the news earlier today. And it's crazy because I was actually live earlier. We was going over several topics, and the Diddy storyline this week was something we was covering as well, as we seen the 120 victim story is growing now of all these allegations with that. Already covering this earlier today on the live. Once I got off the phone, got on my timeline and things like that, I see this, that Diddy is now being investigated, led by lawyer Alex Spiro, with Tupac's family in the investigation and connected him to Tupac's murder, allegedly. And I had the links in the description where y'all could watch that clip in the beginning from Court TV. And I let that full thing play so y'all could get the understanding of everything going on. I don't want to put out no false or wrong information with this right here. Diddy has not been charged with anything. This is an investigation launched by a lawyer directly, supported by Tupac's family. This is something they want. He's chosen to represent them, but I'm on the side right now with the lawyer Michael J. Everybody reaching. This is no disrespect to Tupac family. Anything that he's done in the culture, I'm not telling them how to feel or anything of that sort. I'm just saying, with all these lawsuits and everything going on right now, we did cover back in July when they said that Diddy's name was mentioned 77 times in the documents with the court with Keefe D. As y'all saw, he's actually charged with the murder, and he had already was on that proffer video from back in the day when y'all heard that audio right there talking about the ties with Diddy, and Diddy had said that they could get it done and he would pay them and things like that. But people is just throwing Diddy under the bus on some of these things, or just looking to get him tied and using his name. And I have to 1,000% agree with it. I look at Tupac as one of the greatest rappers of all time. #1 on my list. Y'all know how I break that down when I say everything included when it comes to the music, the hits, the catalog, the talent, the impact outside of the music and things like that. Tupac is that to me. I can't tell his family how to feel about nothing, and I would never do that. But I do got to call it like it is when it comes to the court of law and how these things work, where it's like he say, she say with this thing. At this point, they got Keefe D, unless he got a video tape or some type of real evidence or proof. It would be hard to prove these things on top of all these other lawsuits coming out right now, bro. Everybody going for the gusto, as y'all heard him say right there, bro. I'm the same way. Dog, everybody will jump out there right now and defend people for free on constituency. Hey, dog, we'll get out there and defend you. Hey, we gonna get these headlines. It's a trending thing. We gonna come with these lawsuits, come with these things. It's gonna bring publicity to us. We'll represent y'all on GP right now. You know what I'm saying? Normally, we would turn these type of things down. You ain't got enough money to give me. It ain't worth my time and things like that to go after Diddy. But him not having that bond, we just gotta wait and see how everything play out, man. I just tell you like this, innocent until proven guilty. I ain't seen nothing that's linking Diddy to these things as far as the physical evidence yet. We did see the video with Cassie, but that's not what he's being charged with. Those things are mentioned in this, but it's a lot more than that that's going on, bringing kids, other storylines, bro. It looked like a fix. It looked like, hey, Diddy looking weak right now. He locked up. He can't speak up. his lawyers, he hired more lawyers to the case, and he might not be able to defend himself the right way. So, hey, nigga, like he normally would. Let me say that. So let's jump out there. Let's go for that gusto. We might get us a win right now. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.